Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode number 49 of Divinity Original Sin, the Enhanced Edition. Last episode, I got to this fight on the beach with the orcs. We killed Brognar, I think his name was, the orc, who had buried his brother Wagi, in a grave, and we picked up the orc armor and the orc helmet. And after this fight here, I noticed that only Medora gained a level, and Jahan should have gained a level with her. So when I looked at the XP, I realized something went wrong. So if you see here, Medora has 168,650, and Jahan is 166,900. Roderick has 167,620, and Scarlet has 166,920. So Medora and Jahan should match, and both of the main characters match. So that means something went wrong. And when you go back to this is the fight. This is right before the fight with Evelyn. So in that fight, I ended up Jahan died twice. I had to res him twice, and then I think everybody died except for Roderick, I think, in that fight. So if you look at the XP here, Jahan and Medora's are equal, and Roderick and Scarlet's are equal. So in a previous fight where I had to res, no one lost experience. They died, I got them back up, and yeah, the experience. I just didn't lose experience for resing. So I think what happened is, during that fight, I just didn't realize that a lot of things were dying as people were on the ground. And that kind of threw everything off. So I went from this save here and went through all the stuff that we had done on the previous episode to get to this point now where I am back at that orc fight, and finished it off and got to the point where we leveled up again. The only difference between this, well, there might be some differences, but the major difference was when we pickpocketed Brognar, the orc, he had a unique weapon on him. So when we pickpocketed him, he had, I don't know if I put it here. He had this old saber on his person. When I redid that part to get to the correct experience, he did not have it. So it's completely random on whether or not they have unique weapons on them. Alright, so now if you see, both Medora and Jahan have leveled up, and we look at their experience now. So Medora has the same experience as the other save. He's got her same experience, and we, the main characters, have the same experience. So I'm back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna move on from there and continue. Start picking up everything on the ground here that we left behind, I guess.
Back on my feet again! Into the fray once more.
It really didn't take that much time to redo that content. It's just, when you're recording it and talking and showing things, you tend to go a lot slower. I noticed, because I was able to blast through like 3 episodes in like 15 minutes. But anyway, moving on. So, yep, let's make sure we have our charm gear. Alright, we've got 1, 2. Grulbarg the Fearsome. So if you notice, when I click on them and examine them outside of combat, I can see the resistances. So I think the Lore Master trait only applies when you're in combat. Like, you don't see this stuff in combat. So let's see, let's look at it again. So we can see his level, attitude, hit points, damage, armor, and all his resistances and talents, right? Outside of combat. So let's go ahead and head this way. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up for combat here. Oh, apparently I am in combat. Shit. That's annoying.
Make the voices
Oh, that's really bad. Weird. That sucks. So let's take a look at him. Let's see how we don't see all that information. I can't cure fear with that. Okay. Let's see. Not really anything I want to do there. Guess we'll just go ahead and try to bring him in closer.
Mask of the Seven. We won't see eye to eye much longer.
Alright, and then we'll play our turn. Play our turn.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
How is he able to see through the cloud? Makes no sense. I can't see through the cloud. How can I can? I guarantee if I try to pick that fucker up and teleport him, I can't hit him. See? I mean, I don't get it. It makes no sense. He shouldn't be able to see through the cloud. That's so annoying.
Spirits of air, vanquish my foes.
See, I can't see any of those.
Time for some fancy footwork.
Good thing it's right in the way.
Unleash the seeds of decay.
Unleash the seeds of decay.
The higher my throw, the harder the fall.
Is there any containers in there? If I hit the fire, it's going to blow up that, so I can't do that. If I do this, it should be fine. Let's delay our turn now. Let's hit this thing.
My target dances in shadows.
Your grave opens to welcome you! I needed that.
I keep forgetting I have the fireball on. At any point in time, the thing can go off.
From the tingling on my fingers to the twitching of your corpse.
Alright. So now we leveled up. Oh, I forgot I leveled up. Okay, so now we're all leveled up. Okay, so we'll do the levels here soon. Alright, let's pick up stuff. Alright, let's go get some arrows. I got knocked down. So yeah, I wasn't really ready for that fight, but that's how it goes. He used a medium. Self-immolation scrollbook, yeah. Not gonna use that. Alright, let's go back into here, find my shield. Lucky charm.
No, I'm just a little tipsy.
Orders. Okay, that looks like it's everything. Okay, we saw some orders down here. By order of the All-Mother, this regiment is strictly responsible for retrieving the Star Stone from Syceel's Black Cove. Bring me the stone, and I'll consider allowing you to keep yours. Okay. Orders you. Soak to Jahan. Scarlet. Jahan. Scarlet. Jahan. What am I doing? Okay. What does Jahan have? 50. This has 41 hit points on it though. Hmm. Hmm. I think that might be better. You can't oil that one though, huh?
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Okay. Knockdown arrow there. That there. Okay. Okay. Oh, righty. Do we have an update? No. I forgot to take a look at all these. Okay. There we go. Alright, we are level 8, and I believe level 8 is a special level for us. So, I think lots of things can happen for us on level 8. So we're going to probably take off from here. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we'll level up. Let's start with Scarlet. Alright, so we have a new attribute point. Let's see, we have her perception at 8 already. Okay. So we need her intelligence and dex to get up to 9 naturally. Let's go ahead and pop up her intelligence again. Okay. What does she have? She has 4 points. Okay. We have bow. Expert marksman is at 2. Scoundrel's at 1. Hydrosophist at 2. Witchcraft at 1. Level 8. Let's see, we can use one more adept. Not terribly important yet, I don't think. So, I think it's good enough to go ahead and get the bow. Let's save that point for later. Okay, so we'll get the bow now. Alright, then we will look at Roderick. Roderick's strength is a natural 7. Dex and int. That's 8 and 8. Let's go ahead and pull his strength up one more. Okay. He has 2 points available to him. Let's see. I think I will go ahead and pick up 1 in witchcraft and save the other point. Alright, Madura. Let's see. Constitution is at 7. Strength we want to get to a natural 10. So she has 9. Okay, so let's get that up there. Alright. And then she... I need her man-at-arms to go up. Okay, so... now... I gotta move these. No, let's just move that off. Okay. Let's learn Encourage. Okay, so Encourage is a great spell. Encourage allies around you. 135% chance to set a courage for 3 turns. 15 meters. Encourage boosts targets strength, dex, int, and constitution stats by 1. So all around, just a great skill. Alright, we'll be using that constantly. Let's go ahead and put the cure wounds back on there, and put you there. What else did we have? Whirlwind, she has already. Battering Ram and Crushing Fist are for Jahan, and I think Jahan might actually start being able to go into combat stuff now that we're done with blacksmithing and crafting. Alright, so he needs to go 7, let's see, his dexterity is at 7, int is at... Alright, so let's get his dex up another 1. Alright, so, you know, we spent a lot here. You know, he's been spending a lot of time here. So now he can start going into his bread and butter. Let's see, so I guess the first thing we'll do is go ahead and pick up the man-at-arms, and no, I don't want to pick up the man-at-arms. Can I undo that? Oh, don't tell me I can't undo that. Are you kidding me? I don't want him to go in man-at-arms. Right? No, I don't. Okay, shit. I thought I wanted him in man-at-arms, but I don't. Crap. Do I have to go back and redo all those? I don't think so. No, okay. Alright, go back to him. We needed to go into Dex, right? Dex. Okay. Alright, no, I did not need to go into Man-at-Arms. Oh, I did need to go to Man-at-Arms. God bless. Okay, never mind. God bless. Okay, Man-at-Arms and dual wielding. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now go over to Madura. Shovel these books over to him. He can learn Battering Ram and Crushing Fist. And he is ready to rock on that. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to go and check out vendors. So we'll go to the... Actually, we'll stay here. We'll head over to... let's see if they're going to run over anything over here. Through that minefield. Alright. So I believe at 8, we can finally see legendary gear on vendors. And I'm probably going to end up bartering quite a bit, so let's go ahead and have a bartering necklace here and some bartering boots somewhere. Bartering boots. Multiple bartering boots, okay.
Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments.
Right. Okay, so let's see. So now you see how there's sharp tooth. So we're finally getting better equipment. I mean, better versions of the craftable stuff. So usually that would be an eye. This is a creepy eye. So yeah. So sharp tooth. Okay. Let's see. Now we got some more different items. That's wrong. Okay. Now you see a lot more stuff on her, and now we have a leadership lance. That's going to be... God, that might not be worth getting. I mean, it might be worth getting for the lance itself, but for the damage,
Goodbye then, good friend. Goodbye. That is, unless you fancy a glance at some of my wonderful goods.
Okay, we're going to be able to craft better weapons here too, and that lance is less than the spear we have right now. I mean, two-hander right now. It sucks because I'd really like to have that leadership stat on a weapon. Okay, so you saw that we had tooth. So let's look at our teeth here. Let's combine this with let's combine that with thread and see what it gets us. So nothing with thread. I need rope. We have a ring kit. Let's go ahead and combine it with a ring kit. Oh, we can't combine it with ring. Okay, first I need pixie dust. Okay, there we go. Turn one of the teeth into a magical tooth. Then put that magical tooth with a... Okay, so that's how we get our charisma gear. So as you see, you can get +1 charisma, and that's with the basic tooth. So if we go ahead and add some more to that, magic tooth and a thread. Okay, so now we have a tooth amulet. And if we had another, if we had a rope, we could buy, we can create a belt. I don't know if I can find, we'll probably find belts somewhere else, so if we did that, okay, I'm gonna reload this, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick these two up just to show you. Does she have a rope by chance? No, she doesn't. Okay. So in that, we take a look at crafting with the sharp tooth. Alright, so now we have a sharp tooth. Use that, and we picked up, let's go ahead with the thread. Okay, so this is the regular tooth. This is the one with the sharp, so you get an extra stat on top of it. So that's what the better versions, the big chicken foot versus the chicken foot, the sharp tooth versus, and the creepy eye versus the regular eye. So that's how you do all of that. So I'm definitely going to need to craft a set of charisma gear, so I need the teeth. I don't know if I'm going to need... I don't think I need the chicken foot, so let's go ahead and do that and see what the chicken foot gives us. Okay, give that. Can I put it on a thread? Okay, so chicken foot is initiative. I don't think that changes. Let's go ahead and do that. Red magical chicken foot, and let's put that on a ring. Let's see if that changes it. Movement. So we have movement and initiative. So not really anything we want to do with that, with the chicken foot. So those are pretty much useless to us. There's really no point in crafting those other than to get the recipe, if you want it. So we can send that to Roderick, and just sell those off. We don't need those at all. So, combine the animal hide with a knife, and I think we get leather scraps. Okay. So, let's take a look at the eye. So, do we need to craft anything with the eyes? Let's pop that on, get a magic eye, and then put that into a ring slot. Nothing on the ring slot. So the eye gives you a perception amulet, which we don't really need because we have plenty of amulets we're going to be using. So the eyes are pointless to have as well. There's no point in keeping the eyes. Alright, so other than combining them and selling them with pixie dust, but you're not going to want to do that because pixie dust is going to be something that's expensive and you don't want to fuck around with doing that. I don't think there's any other recipes associated with that kind of thing. So we'll send that to Roderick. He doesn't need that. The feathers we can just get rid of. I think that I don't think there's anything we can do with the feathers here. That we already created one quill. I don't think we need to create any other quills. I don't know which would be more if we... This is 50 for the whole stack, I think. Yeah, it's like 1 per. Okay. So, it's 1 per. If we do a craft and see where's the feather. Take the feather, will is 1, so it doesn't matter. You can't create anything better. So those can go away. Let's take a look at the starfish. Take a starfish. Craft that. We got a magical starfish. Healthy looking fellow, isn't he? If only that kind of glow could be bottled. Anyway, starfish in a ring. Nope, starfish in a thread. So it gives you an amulet, hit point amulet. Again, you know, not terribly important. We're gonna get better amulets, so that's useless. So most of these things are gonna be useless. You might be able to do stuff with helmets though, like putting those things on helmets. Actually, I think you can do that. So let's go back to this. I think you're able to put stuff on helmets. So we'll put all of this back on him here. Let's see if we can't do something like that. So I need to focus on specifically leather helmets. I don't know if I have any. I don't. So when we get leather helmets, we'll play around with that because you can create stuff with those. Alright, so we definitely need the teeth for the charisma gear, but I don't need the regular teeth. I'm gonna buy the sharp teeth. So these can all be turned into arrowheads. Create all those arrowheads. Turn that into arrows. Turn this into... no, we need to create a bow. Alright, so those are arrowheads. Stick those over to Scarlet. That. Save. So what else do we have in here? Okay. Eyes, starfish, chicken foot, claw. Okay, let's take a look at the claw. Combine the claw with pixie dust. Okay, put the claw on a thread or a ring kit. Alright, claw. Gives you constitution ring. Okay. Again, we're gonna have better rings, so... and it's gonna be the same thing for the belt. Yeah. And, yeah, we're not gonna need to do that, so we don't need the claw. Okay. So, moving on then. Let's go ahead and...
Yes, good friend. I'm quite busy finding for the moment, but if there's something you'd like to buy, I could set all that aside for a few delicious moments.
Alright, so let's go get those sharp teeth. Get those two. And like I said, I mean, we're just losing so much damage by using that, so... it's unfortunate. But that's what it is. Malediction, Wildfire, Barrage. Requires level 9 for Barrage. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all of these basic items now. These basic kits. So when we go through and start finding the components to upgrade it, we can upgrade them just to do it. So I'll do that. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and sort by weight. And Charla. And that. And we will move on
Goodbye
to
then, good
our...
friend. Goodbye. That is, unless you fancy a glance at some of my wonderful goods.
Okay, let's head over to the harbor. Let's check out Sergeant Courteous, see what he's got going on.
God, duty's not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
Alright, no luck
Come
on
now,
that, but we do
it's
have a
just a
sneaking
turn of
helm.
phrase.
A
Will
perception
you
and
please
sneaking
turn
helm.
your phrases elsewhere?
Perception and sneaking. It's gonna be good to get a set of sneaking gear. So I'm gonna go ahead. We'll come back to that. We're probably gonna get that.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
So we'll get a whole set of sneaking gear that we can find. I'm not sure what pieces have sneaking on them, but we'll get a set. That way, if we ever come across the need for it, we have it.
Ha! Now he need. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Alright. Head up here to Conrad.
And don't forget the
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Okay. 1 strength, 1 crafting.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy
special.
legionnaire really thinks
Shield
that orky
specialist.
charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all within 500
Ooh,
yards of
willpower.
my loving nature.
Okay.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the
Willpower.
joyride?
Ha! Now he need. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
We may come back and get that too. We're gonna go to the Desolate Farms and check out Snorri. Okay, so we may come back and get that willpower. That's wrong. The problem is that you'll buy a piece and then you'll see another vendor and it'll have a better piece on it.
Out with it then. Get a wiggle on.
Now see, there's another one that we probably want to pick up. So I want to get that for Medora. She definitely wants to have a leadership helmet. So I'll probably come back and get that unless we can find something better. We went to the North Gate. Alright, we'll head into here, go upstairs. So the other thing we want to get crafted, aside from the magic, from the what the hell was I going to craft? From the sharp teeth. Besides the charisma gear, why are you not moving? We want to get lucky rabbit's paws. Or rabbit's paws. There might be actually 2 different types of rabbit's paws in the game, but we want the one that gives us the lucky charm. So I'm looking to find the better stats. We might need to purchase a few ring kits too. Alright. Let's head over here, see what she's got.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Okay. There we go. There's our first legendary. Okay, so that's what we've been looking for. We're not going to buy this one, but that's finally someone has one. Okay, so legendary, 1 strength. Okay, not terribly impressed with that. Okay. So at 8 you do get the legendary gear. Go back to, actually let's go back downstairs, head to the marketplace. So remember, every time you level up, the vendors are supposedly changing their inventory, and then supposedly after every in-game, not in-game, after every real-life hour that you're playing,
zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
their inventory should change.
Halibut?
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Okay.
Red and orange, yellow and green.
We're definitely getting
the
that.
finest veggies Sicile's ever seen.
Inflicts poison on
Aaron has
contact.
as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
It's the same thing, except a better version. Inflict poison on contact.
Heavenly herring.
That
delicious
we're getting
dogfish.
a bow.
Yours for a scrap of gold.
Absolutely 100% getting that.
Pay the big cheese
Okay.
on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Wait.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes. Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see.
halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
That's a find right there.
The excuse is more
That
home
is
than
a
slice of
find.
this
Where can I
fine
find it again?
Coleman
Come
bear.
on. Give that to Madura.
Lonesome, spiritless,
that
perhaps wrestling an earth
to
elemental will
Madura.
inject some vim into your routine.
Alright, she can have that.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Alright. That. She can hold on to these.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Alright, one bow. Nice. Okay.
Toe of snake,
There we
wing
go.
of worm.
So now we have
brew
dex and
spice 'em,
blacksmithing.
Stir and churn.
For everyday fighting, this is
Pay
better.
the big cheese
So
on your
this will be
block
the
with a wheel of the good
crafting
stuff.
piece. Okay, so we'll hold on to that.
Spiritless,
Okay.
perhaps wrestling an earth
Actually, we'll keep this on for now, but we'll equip the other one when we're going to actually go to combat. Okay, so that was a find. It's really rare to
Quite day on
find
the market,
the
it
weapon
seems.
skills like that. So,
Aaron has as many
excellent.
friends as the man with many cheeses.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Okay.
Cheese, tomatoes.
Alright, so she has no sharp tooth. Rabbit's paw. We're looking for the better versions of those. See how this ancient skull here is a better version of the skull?
Let us see if you can choose the finest
See,
greens.
I want to do that. Long rat tail.
Let's see.
Alright,
Halibut.
we'll come back to her.
sheep's cheese.
Alright, let's head over to Esmeralda. Alright.
The repentant incarcerator. Do shop or do leave.
Alright. Immune to cripple. Okay, not bad. Immune to muted. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump up her attitude. So let's go ahead and sort this by weight. 459, 606. Get to an even number here. Pointless. I'll keep one, damn it. I'm still not gonna give up on that. I refuse to give up on that. One of those damn rats is gonna eat that cheese. Alright, 500 gives us 85. Okay, so 300 more? Is that right? 300 more. Okay, she's at 100, that's good. She is happy with us. We will head to Selenia now.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Okay. 10% chance to set the knockdown status. Okay, a legendary. Okay, a dex on that. Crafting and pickpocketing. Okay, not really impressive. I might pick that up. I likely will pick that up.
Greetings of our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the 7.
Alright.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Alright, what do we have here? Leadership, I think that was better than the other one. Yeah, I think it was. It's not a helmet, metal one, but I think it's either the same or, but it has the hit points on it, so I think that's better. Okay. Alright, what does she have? Tusk. She has a sharp tooth. Excellent, we need that. We'll go ahead and pick up the pixie dust. Ancient human skull. Ring kit. She has rope. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 2 rope. I'm gonna pick up another ring kit. She has a fancy feather. Alright, so let's go ahead and not do that. Actually, yeah, we're gonna wait on that. We might come back for that. Wait. And hold on that, take that. Okay. So save this. Alright, so let's take a look at go ahead, grab him. So let's have Jahan buy. He's gonna buy a ancient human skull, long rat tail, a fancy feather. We've already seen the big chicken foot. And let's buy one of these just to show you what that is, I think. That. Alright. So, wooden figurine, a hand-carved figurine, a well-oiled Lapitarian wood. Those beady little eyes seem to follow you no matter where you place it. I don't know if I can do this or not. Let's see. No, but if you take this wooden figurine, toss a needle on it, it creates an inert voodoo doll, a stuffed woven doll that looks like it could be dangerous to your enemies if you knew what to do with it. I don't know if we can do a pixie dust with that. Okay, so that gives us a level 5 voodoo doll, a perfect voodoo doll. Deals 132 to 139 piercing damage, special, of 75% chance to set bleeding status for 2 turns. A living voodoo doll that you can use to thoroughly annihilate your enemies. Doesn't get any better than this. It's a 4 AP cost, so, you know, not bad, really. A shame you don't see more of them out in the wild. Alright, so we have a magical fancy feather. Infused with magic, this feather gains a gentle glow and makes a fine adornment. Okay, so we take that and toss that with one of our ropes that we just picked up, wherever they might be. Someplace. Where the fuck is the ropes at? I know I bought them. Oh, wait. I did buy them, I just didn't put them on him. Alright, send that to Jahan, send this to Jahan. Back, craft, rope, feather. 1 dexterity, 1 initiative. It's a belt. Okay, and 25 hit points. I don't know if the regular feathers do that. Did I throw away the regular feathers? Where did I put the fucking things? Does he have them? Alright, if we just take a regular feather and stick that over on Jahan, and craft this. Okay, and then put the regular feather with the rope. Okay, so it's the Dex and Initiative. So you get 25 for the fancy. So if you're looking at a Dex Initiative belt with a feather, you know, it's not actually bad currently. So possibly keeping that. Possible. Okay. So we can buy the fancy feather and pick that. Let's see what this long rat tail does. Infused with magic, the spirit of the rat seems to inhabit the tail once more. It twitches, cautious and curious, as you seize it. Affix to your person, the spirit may well aid you in your more travels. So let's take that and put it on like a ring kit. So it's poison resistant. Okay, so all the rat tails are going to be poison resistance. So let's check out the skull. Magical ancient human skull. Infused with magic, the skull is alight with energy and seems about to break into song at any moment. If you can affix it to your person, the skull's energy will aid you in your travels. So put that on and try another ring. See what the skull does. Constitution. Okay, so it's a Constitution, and the ancient skull gives you the earth resistance. So it's a ring, but again, we don't need that. So not terribly important. Alright, so the ancient feather, I mean not the ancient feather, I forgot what's it called. That feather actually creates a decent belt for now. I mean, we're going to get better belts, but...
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Alright, so... going down here, getting the fancy feather. Get that. Let's go ahead and get the 2 ropes. So the fancy feather. Who knows what heights this weather-beaten feather has seen? Perhaps hidden corners of Rivlon no human eye has ever breached. Ancient human skull. Alas, poor soul. Better that you didn't know him. Okay. A sharp claw. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna need that. Starfish. Alright. So let's go ahead and trade this off. Okay, I'll take our leave. Send that to Jahan. Jahan. Okay, medium healing potions. Okay, I think he actually can create something with those too now. Look at his 5 and 5. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and combine that feather, that, and okay, so let's save that. So let's look at that with a ring kit. Feather and ring. Okay, so it's just 25 hit points on a ring. So 25 hit points on a ring. And let's put it on a thread now and see what happens with the thread. Stick that on a thread. On a thread. On a thread. There it is. Alright, so it's Dexterity and Telekinesis Amulet. So again, the amulets, we have pretty good amulets now, so there's no point in messing with the amulets. But the belt we can do. Alright, so get on that, craft that, and get the belt. You and a rope. And alright, so now who needs it? Currently his only belt is that, right? Yeah. So I can put the Dex on him and use that as his current belt. So we'll do that. Save that. We might come back for the leadership helmet. Alright. So you can see how long this process takes. I mean, you got to go through all these vendors if
Sorry,
you really
sir.
want to see the gear. And yeah, I mean, it's a tedious process of trying to find the best equipment you can find. All right, I hear you.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
Okay. Damn, I was hoping that had Lucky Charm. Oh well. Shield. Wow, so look at this. This has actually 3 stats. Shield Specialist, Lockpicking, and Crafting. Crazy. Okay. So usually it's a randomized, you know, you get this and a resistance or movement. This one actually has 3 different talents? Not talents. Yeah. Talents? No. 3 different abilities. So that's rare to see something that has 3 different abilities on it. Too bad, not really useful.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
Okay, what do we have here? 1 strength, 1 lore master, and resistances. Lockpicking. 1 strength, 1 lore master. I don't need that. Okay, so okay. Where are the teeth? I did buy the teeth, right? Did I not move them around? Where did the teeth go? Okay, give that to Jahan. Jahan. Okay. Craft teeth. Okay. Save that. Okay, so craft the teeth with a rope. Alright, charisma belt. Teeth and that. Charisma ring. Teeth and another ring kit. 2 charisma rings. Okay. So send those to Scarlet. 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 Okay, so send that to Roderick. So with the smelly panties, the 2 rings, what I need now is another sharp tooth, and create a necklace, and that gives you the 5 charisma you need. So that's how that has. Okay, so that's the charisma. Okay, so let's head back downstairs. We'll go ahead and pick up the helmet with the leadership on it.
Greetings! These stalls are the Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the 7.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Alright, so we want to pick up that. And I think that's all I can pick up now. Okay. So, pick that up, 1,000 for that. Let's go ahead and sort by weight. And pile of clothes, yeah, that can go away. Yeah. Okay. Get that, and then we will take this, combine that with this, see if that helps us. Does not. Okay, send this to... Alright, so if we take Jahan, that's a leather helmet I was talking about earlier about the leather helmets. So if we take a leather helmet and apply a antler. Okay, no. Perhaps it has to be a magic antler. Infused with magic, this stag spirit may be affixed to you, to your person, to aid you in battle. So if we do that and do that. Alright. Now see what happened here? We created a deer helmet, but it took the stats away from the leather helmet. So any basic leather helmet you get, you can affix an antler to it, and you may be able to fix a lot of other things to it as well, like eyes and crab claws and all kinds of other things that you can do with that. So anytime you get a basic leather piece, try to create something with it if you want to look at it. Alright, so that, and we will... Oh, so before we do that, that. Alright, it's not resetting the bonus. Let's go back down. Okay, get out of here and let it reset the bonus. Okay, so if you look here, initiative. Okay, so, and there we go, the difference between that and that. Now I think we're gonna buy that sarong from her.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
So we're gonna buy this, and we will sort by weight. Gotta watch out on this. Charm. Bartering on. Yeah, bartering on, right? Yes, okay. Alright, take that. Even that out. So now we have a Dex Sarong. And that could go on just about anybody. We'll go ahead and throw it on him for now. Okay. Then we wanted to check back with Sergeant Courteous. Was it Sergeant Courteous? No, maybe it was Conrad.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, proud protector of this house of Legion goods.
Oh, the sneaking. Yes. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get the sneaking. Sort this by weight. And that. Dagger. Dagger. Switch out our bartering ones, that's better. Poison.
This place reeks of orc stench.
Oh. Oh, he doesn't have any money, does he? This has got to be more. Okay, so let's switch out of that
Report?
is better.
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around.
Okay, I don't know if I wanted to go back to Conrad. Let's see what he had again. I forgot. I think there was a sarong on him that was looking juicy. So, of all the equipment we picked up there, the one that has the bow.
Sam, sir, unsinkable Sam.
Yeah, that was the one that was the find, the bow.
Beacon a youthful girl.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicile?
Oh, it's my loving nature.
Strength and crafting.
Ever heard about the time the captain
Willpower.
took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Yeah,
No,
let's
he
go ahead.
didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Beacon a youthful girl, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it out within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feddle's carriage for the joyride?
Knowing him, he drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Beacon a youthful girl, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orky charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it out within 500 yards of my...
Those two incessant fuckers. Alright, willpower. At this point, it would be better to have her with willpower. So pick that over there, that over there. Alright, so that. Alright, so the next stop is to create our brand new weapons. So we should get some fairly decent upgrades here. And I guess we need to come by here, smelt our ore. Get you up there. And Madura, you have all of that ore. You can go there, you can go there. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, I'm gonna come back and start crafting shit. Alright, later guys.